All right, chickpea pasta or chickpea pasta. So I picked this up, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, and I found it today. And so essentially it's a garbanzo pasta made with, what does it say? Organic yellow pea flour and chickpea flour. So it's chickpeas and just peas. So oddly enough, I guess you could say it's healthy for you, right? So for every 100 grams of pasta, you get 24 grams of protein. But keep in mind that that's almost 2 portions, because a portion here is 2 ounces. So you get 13 grams. And it's bee certified, it's gluten-free, it's GMO-free, and all of that. So needless to say, it's healthy for you. It's good for the environment. And so here on Dana Sustainable Kitchen, I find things like these when I go to the store, and if they're on sale especially. And this becomes the I try or eat plant-based, so you don't have to. And in this case, I test these products, see if they're worth the money, for starters, because sometimes this eco-friendly option is no bueno. So what I'm doing today is, one, testing this in just on its own, cooking them, 100 grams, some water, boiling it. Thing says 10 cups to, I don't know what, 5 to 8 minutes. Then I'll cool that and see how it feels after it's cooked. And I'm also going to cook some of this in that soup that I made. So I made the chicken soup, and I'm going to cook this in there too to make a chicken noodle. So I have a love-hate relationship with these things because not every time do they work very well. One, we talk about flavor and whatnot, texture, but also depending on the brand, sometimes they just fall apart. So whenever you cook these, steer on the lighter side of the cooking range. So we're going to test it at between 5 minutes, see where it is, and then go from there. The thing with most legume pastas, don't overcook them, and they're very temperamental, so they're very sensitive as to from not done to done, and then they just become garbage. So there's a waste of your money and a waste of food. So I guess the real question is, does this thing actually survive in real life? Can you actually utilize this product without it falling into basura? Let's find out. So first things first is our highly scientific processes here. I got a liter of water, no salt, and I'm going to weigh out the 100 grams, which is 3.5 ounces, it says. And this thing comes in 8 ounces, so 4 portions. So basically half a box. So what caught my eye on this pasta more than anything was it's chickpea pasta, garbanzos, and one of the things is that garbanzos have a good protein fiber, and then the other part is that, at least for me when I was a kid in our household, done the little conchitas, right? So you have these sopas or soups that you usually make these little shells, like the fideos, with the bouillon, which is that little chicken high sodium stuff. So here's already 2, and I don't know, there's probably a third one in there, but we'll see. So I'll save that for another day if it's any good. All right, so we got 100 grams, and I got a liter of water, so 1,000 grams. So the thing also with these is don't boil it too hard, because then also they tend to fall apart. Another thing is have your strainer ready, unless you're cooking it right in the product, because they overcook. So with these, from my experience, has been that try to undercook them, because they turn to mush really fast. And I'll be honest, I've had some really good plant-based pasta, but I've also had some, grossness. Like I want my money back type thing. So for this one, I'm curious. Remember this thing said 5 minutes? 5 to 8 minutes. So I guess we'll go for the 5 minutes. See where it goes. Alrighty then. It's getting exciting. Okay, we're feeling the excitement. It's coming to a boil. The excitement is coming. It's almost boiling. Another thing to note, when you add these in, sometimes you get this little foamy stuff at the top. Don't worry about it. You can skim it off. Just note that so you don't have your pan all the way to the top, because then you might have some of that stuff just boil over, get your stove all dirty, and it's no good. Look at that. Water's boiling. Hooray! Finally. Toss it in, lower the heat a little bit, and give it a quick stir, but then watch it, right? Stir it every 2 minutes or so, because it'll set at the bottom. It's not like others that just float. This one actually sinks and you don't want it to stick. But when you stir it, be gentle, because as it cooks more, it'll go. There we go. All right, so I don't know if you can see the stuffy stuff, but you can start to see already the little white. Again, it's the little, I don't know, call it scum, but it's probably a terrible word to use. So yeah, you get this little foam. Don't worry, it's fine. It's not going to harm you. But, you know, if you use a lot or you have a big pot, that stuff can boil over. Just keep that in mind. Alrighty then. Well, it's all exciting right now. For all the commotion. Curious if anyone's ever tried this stuff. Alright, we're about to hit the 4-minute mark, so it's a little over 4. So, first impressions, still not done. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it's one of those things that gets better with time. Okay. I'm going to take it out. It's still a little chewy, but I think if it goes any further, it's going to fall on me. So rinse it off with some water, or if you have ice, shock it. But one way to also test out if it's good is it starts to get a little soft and sticky from the outside. So while that cools down, let's go back to my Campbell's soup. I made that soup in the pressure cooker. Okay, so for the other test, we're going to utilize the other half to make chicken noodle soup, right? So I have my soup that I made in the pressure cooker, so that's half of it's left. Just going to weigh it out so you could practice. So it's 752 grams of water of soup. And so that I'm going to bring back up to a boil. So when you're reheating something, my rule of thumb is just get it to boil as fast as you can and you're good to go. So if you are reheating something solid or anything like that, you do want to get it to a minimum temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Sanitation purposes, you know, kill off bacteria as much as possible and prevent foodborne illness. Yeah, you don't want to be sick by food. Trust me. I've had really bad food poisoning twice, and once landed me within a handful of hours of no mas. Believe me, in the middle of the summer, not the greatest. So, yeah, I don't wish that on anybody. The thing is, after you get better and whatnot, your body does not want any type of food. I mean, you see food and you want to run the other way. So it's like, how do you feed yourself? I mean, it took me like a good month to try to be able to have something where it's like my stomach didn't just want to push it back out. And through the North Pole, not the South Pole. All right, so we'll get this soup boiling. So as soon as the soup starts boiling, and I'm going to turn it down also, I'll add in the pasta. And then I'm going to cook it for roughly 5-6 minutes and then eat it directly, right? Could use a touch of salt. But again, I need to add this. Right now I'm boiling it, so it's going to reduce. So I'd rather wait. Okay. So now I'm adding the pasta in here. Now let's actually do the timer. Turn it down a little bit so everything doesn't fall apart. It's still too high. Let's see how this does. Maybe it'll taste better on the soup. Yeah, so far, questionable. Now, I'm not sponsored by any of this stuff, but if you are looking for like a good chickpea pasta, one that I've gotten that I really like is Banza. I think it's Bonza. It's in an orange box. However, don't get I believe it's orzo. Do not get the orzo. Those do fall apart. So if this doesn't work or it doesn't taste that great, giving it the benefit of the doubt, I would be curious to test it in another cut of pasta. Maybe this isn't their star shape. Yeah, because I've had pastas that are like that. They have, really, I try one and it's really good, and then I grab a different box and it's garbage or it falls apart or something like that. So I guess to be a little bit more precise, to be the Chickpea pasta organic shells. That's what we're testing today. All right, so now it's thickening up a little bit, which is good. And I added a gram of salt, I guess. The starch is coming out of the pasta, right? So it is starchy. And so the beauty of that is it's actually thickening up your soup. So now you've got some thicker soup. You don't need to add like cornstarch or anything like that. Alternatives, you can always add some cooked rice. If you have cooked rice, let it boil, break it out. Some diced potato, like dice the potato really thin and boil it in there and let the starch just break. It's another good way to thicken your soups without having to use like cornstarch or any artificial thickener. Something to just keep in mind. It's pretty close to done. And then it is going to stay in the hot liquid. And just add a little bit more salt and shut it off. And remember, this was the 100 grams, by the way, right? So this was 100 grams of that pasta. So this is essentially your portion. So if you did half of that, I don't know, Plus sides of this is you're heavy in protein. Remember, we use bone broth, we use chicken broth, we got our vegetables in there, and then we're adding more plant-based protein. I mean, it's a hearty soup. I just don't know about this pasta. Burned the shit out of myself. See, it's already like melting. Yep, it's literally already like falling apart. See now, it's like falling apart. Look at that. So that is the problem with these, especially like a legume base, is that they overcook so fast. So if you're a person that, is like not staying on top of the thing, I would definitely not recommend these. I'm going to say this is a pass, like as in find something else. Yeah, I'm going to have it, but I wouldn't buy this again. So, once it overcooks, it's like really mushy and honestly doesn't have much flavor, which tells me that if you're going to reheat the one that you cooled down, this stuff's probably going to fall apart. If you're going to eat that one, then you should eat it in like a pasta salad or something like that, you're not going to reheat it. Because right now it's still a little crunchy, but you put it in there, it's going to fall apart. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would find something else. Like I said, and, giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe organic shells isn't their thing, but I'll let you decide. All right, well, yeah, so overall, I say I would find something else. But let me know what you guys think, or if you tried this product before. Curious to hear from you. Take care.